in the most recent and bizarre turn of events, murdered Maddie Soto's mother, let this sink in, who has gotten immunity, says she feared a Woody Allen type situation. Listen.
I've always told him that my biggest fear is that this would turn into a Woody Allen situation where the stepdaughter or the dad grooms the child and the child then turns 18 and ends up running away with him. I told him like that was my biggest fear and I don't ever want that happening. Like, you can't do that to me. Like,
so take a listen to this.
So if we go back to 2020, we're looking at a minimum of 3.5 years. 3.5 years where I'm sure you guys are sexually active. You guys... Yes. So for 3.5 years under your care in your house, not only was he being sexually active with you, he had a sexual relationship.
Did you hear that crying? See, in my mind, straight out to Shannon Butler joining us, investigative reporter WFTV, Channel 9 in Florida, where this happened. Shannon Butler, those little gulps should have happened when she first thought she had a, quote, Woody Allen situation between her live-in boyfriend, Stefan Stearns, and her little girl, then 12. Of course, Maddie told everyone the moment she turned 13, she wanted to go live in the woods. Gee, I wonder why. But I think those tears would have been more appropriate when she first had an inkling there was a Woody Allen situation. Her words, not mine, Shannon.
Yeah, early on in this investigation, when we first talked to investigators, right after those interviews, just hours after those interviews, they had told us they had felt that she was much more upset over what was going on with Stefan Stearns than what was going on with Madeline Soto. I don't know if it just hadn't sunk in yet that Madeline may be found dead at this point, but they felt that the tears and the anguish was much more about Stefan Stearns and what was going on there than about her daughter. And that always troubled those investigators early on in those interviews there. I mean, you can see by their behavior, if you listen to this, they were agitated in this interview, trying to figure out how this possibly went awry, how she missed it. She said she knew nothing about it, but in that comment that she was worried about her daughter in that Woody Allen type situation, obviously there was some kind of feeling you had, right? That something was amiss in your home.
Exactly, Shannon. Yeah. And you know what? Shannon Butler, guys, joining me from WFTV, Channel 9, you really hit the nail on the head. I want to hear this one more time because all she's talking about is me. Nothing about Maddie. Woman, Maddie is dead. The state says your live-in boyfriend murdered her before she could reveal you were her practically on a nightly basis, alone in bed while mommy got a good night's sleep in another room. Listen to this. You're dead on, Shannon Butler.
I've always told him that my biggest fear is that this would turn into a Woody Allen situation where the stepdaughter or the dad grooms the child and the child then turns 18 and ends up running away with him. I told him like that was my biggest fear and I don't ever want that happening. Like, you can't do that to me. Like,
you can't do that to me? Okay, wait. Let's analyze this. Shannon Butler is onto something. You have to dissect what she's saying. Listen to this. She says, I've always told him, Stefan Stearns, the alleged killer and child, her boyfriend, I've always told him my fear this would turn into a Woody Allen situation where the stepdaughter, is she talking about her natural born daughter? Where the stepdaughter, the dad grooms the child. And then the child turns 18 after going through years of, which Maddie did, years of. The child turns 18 and runs away with him like what? The child's getting the big prize here in this scenario. She runs away with him. And I told him that's my biggest fear, that her daughter would run away with Stefan Stearns, a deadbeat slung up in his girlfriend's home, alternating between his mom's basement. You can't do that to me. Oh, okay.